What's up, family? And welcome to another Fat Friday. So we're still on Index Universal Life Insurance, IUL for short. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper into it today. So how does IULs actually work, right? I'm going to give you three major components of an IUL. Number one is the death benefit. Number two is the cash value. And number three is the index-linked growth strategy. If you understand these three things, the Index Universal Life Insurance starts to feel a little less mysterious. First, let's break down the death benefit. Just like any other permanent life insurance policy, IULs pays out when you pass away. That money goes to your family, income tax free. That's what most people are familiar with. But IULs are designed to do more than just pay out when you die. Now let's talk about number two, the cash value. This cash value grows over time, can be accessed while you are still alive, and can be used for opportunities, emergencies, or retirement income. This is where Index Universal Life Insurance separates itself from term life insurance. But here's the key. Your cash value is not invested directly in the stock market. That's where the confusion usually starts. Now let's talk about the third thing. Index-linked growth strategy. Instead of being invested, your cash value is linked to an index in the stock market like the S&P 500. Here's what that actually means. If that index goes up, your cash value goes up. If that index goes down, your cash value does not lose money. This protection comes from something called a floor. Most IUL policies have a 0% floor. So if the market crashes, your policy doesn't crash. Your cash value doesn't drop. And you don't lose what you have already built. You simply earn 0% for that period. You have 0 negative years. That's a big deal. Now let's be honest. There is a trade-off to that protection. IULs usually have a cap, meaning that there is a maximum amount of money that you can earn in a year. For example, if that index grows 12% that year and your cap is at 10%, you will only earn 10% that year, not 12%. You give up a little upside for that downside protection. This is why IULs is about consistency and not home runs. So now let's look at how interest is credited in an IUL. Most IULs credit interest once per year. They look at where the index started and where it ended. They don't care about the daily ups and downs. That's important because this product rewards patience, not timing. Now let's talk about why structuring an IUL policy is so important. This is where most people get burned. An IUL must be structured correctly, funded correctly, and designed for the goal that it was meant to serve. If it's overinsured and underfunded, then the growth value suffers. If it's underfunded early, then it takes longer to build that momentum. It's not a set it and forget it product. It's a long-term strategy. An IUL is not for quick money, it's not for short-term goals, and it's not for people who don't plan to keep it long-term. An IUL does make sense for people who are long-term planners, people who want protection and growth, families who are thinking about tax-free income later, and people who value stability over volatility. Index Universal Life Insurance isn't magic. It also isn't perfect. And it isn't for everyone. But when it is understood, structured properly, and properly funded, it is a very powerful tool. If you want to know more about Index Universal Life Insurance, send me a DM.